Hey folks, Galley Nomad here. Hope you are well and an extra special welcome back on board. Today's episode we've got a few boat jobs to do and we're going to go out sailing. Today's episode you're going to learn all about kind of boat life in general. So we are going to go out sailing, but we're also going to be doing a few boat projects including fix the engine before we cast off, and then I'm going to show you a few little bits and bobs along with answering some of your questions. If you're new to the channel, I do a mixture of content, whether it's car camping and outdoors stuff, boat life of course, and a few other things. I really want to take the time to say thank you for watching because I've had 400,000 views now, which is absolutely amazing. And the ad revenue has gone towards my parents' micro solar setup. So I managed to buy another panel with the ad revenue that I've made from YouTube. So thank you for watching. I continue to expand on the system to help them out with their electricity bill. Here in the UK, we have some of the most expensive energy in the world, and because one of them's retired and disabled, I'm trying to help them the best that I can. So it's nice 23 degrees at the moment, and we've just got back on board, and the boat is a mess. So I've been here for an hour and a half now, mostly just unloading all of this because people like talking to me as I'm walking along. Before we cast off and go on a little bit of a sail around the bay, I need to do a few jobs. So obviously one of them is pulling all this away. I need to fix the engine and the fender step, so I brought some washers for that. So let me show you the engine first. The belt I think is slipping, so there's a lot of play on it, so I'll just be tightening that up, but that's a job for a little bit later. While we're ticking off some jobs, I'm going to load up the ice tray, which I just purchased. I've had the boat now for 6 years since the first time that I got some. And I purchased some Mermaid Gin, so this is good stuff actually. It was £33. I'll put the link in the description, but yeah, we're going to have some gin and tonics later. I've had a few people question me about this fridge freezer while I've been walking back and forth on the marina pontoon, and a few of you have commented it, especially in my car camping videos, if it's any good. So I've been very happy with it. It's Alpical Tour 45 I think it is. I'll put the link in the description so you can have a little look, because it is that time of year now where people are purchasing cool bucks, and if you're looking for one with wheels, then this one is a good one. I think it was about maybe $2.50 when I purchased it. I've had it for 2 years now. I've been very happy with it. Let's get on to the first job, which is reattaching the fender to the pontoon. So let's do that. If it's too windy for me to reverse in, then I have to go forward, and what I tend to do is pin myself against the pontoon, motoring forward a little bit, and then this kind of helps stop damaging both the pontoon and the boat. I'm not sure how it got loose in the first place, but I did buy some bigger washers, so that's going to hold it in place, and it was just a case of unscrewing them and then screwing them back in. Next job is getting the engine working. So last time I was on board, the engine didn't really want to start properly. The belt I think is slipping, so there's a lot of play on it, so I'll just be tightening that up. A lot more tight, so let's fire it up. Open up the seat cock so the water can circulate through the engine. Turn on the starter battery. I unhook the electricity supply from the shore power before starting the engine. I heard that you get some kind of reverse polarity and you shouldn't charge both your battery with the shore power and the engine at the same time. Turning the ignition on and then heating up the glow plugs, and then we should fire up first time. Switch on the instrument panel with the radio and gadgets. Take the sun covers off so you can see them carefully, of course. Get the auto helm ready. I know I'm going jib only, so I'm trying to get myself as organised as possible by getting the lines all ready. And it's time to cast off. So I have the engine on forward, and then I have the helm away from the pontoon, and what this does is it will pin me to the pontoon when I've released the lines, with the exception of the port side stern line. The way I get the mooring lines on is I put them on a single loop, that way I can literally just unhook them. This is just casting off. When I'm actually moored up, I will tie them up correctly. So the engine's in forward, and that's pinning me to the pontoon, as you can see by the squashed fenders. There's only one line pinning me to the pontoon now, and it's time to put the engine in neutral which means the wind will start taking effect. So if I'm being blown off the pontoon, then the moment I come off engine power, it will start to have effect. It's time to jump on board and put the engine in forward and then hope for the best. I only have one control for the throttle to move forward and back, and it's where my right knee is. One of the things I like about the dual helm is I can switch between the two. At this moment I'm trying to talk to my neighbour about a barbecue. Okay, will do. Which is hard to do with a GoPro in your mouth and casting off at the same time. My boat neighbour on the starboard side, or if you're looking at the screen now, left side, he actually is span around now, which means I can turn a little bit sooner, and this has been a big help for getting out and getting back in. Okay, I'm close. The wind was blowing me towards the trimarang, so I'm slowly drifting towards it, so I decided to go up the river and then do a U-turn and come back. This is actually the second time I've ever single-handed the boat myself, so I'm just doing jib only. I just need to tidy up the lines. There's no one else around the bay at the moment, which is perfect because for normal people it's a work day. For me, I still haven't managed to find any work, but let's get the lines off and let's go. Mooring lines are in, but I've just put the fenders on the side. I know it's not correct, but I'm only really planning spending like an hour or so practicing around the bay, so just make it easier for myself mooring up in a little bit. But yeah, let's get the sail out. I've gone with a very conservative sail plan today, so just half of the jib out for now, so we don't want to get too excited around here. Second time sailing by myself, so I just don't want to get overpowered and overwhelmed, so you know, just enjoying the kind of trickling around. We're going at about 2 knots right now, so literally just drifting around. It's about 6 knots of wind. Yeah, 6 knots of wind, and we're going to, so yeah, it's nice. I've got a few planned videos lined up. One is interviewing with a yacht broker to talk about the buying process, hopefully to help out first-time buyers, or if you're looking to sell the boat for the first time, or if it's been a long time and maybe things have changed. But we'll be interviewing and asking a few questions, so if you have some questions, leave it in the comments below. I did post on the YouTube community forum some questions, and I've had some good feedback already, so keep them coming, and then hopefully I'll be able to ask the right questions that you want to know. But yeah, we're doing quite nicely. 1.5 knots in 5 knots wind, just chilling, enjoying. Slightly hungover, as always. You start off with one project on the boat and then the ocean suddenly turns to gin. The reason I was hungover is because I went to look for a jet wash as mine stopped working and I wanted to clean the boat the day before. However, they didn't have a jet wash, but they did have beer, and then next thing you know, there's a few beers later and I'm in a club bar because they've just done a refurb. It looks really good, by the way. I didn't get the main out because you can kind of run out of bay area pretty quickly. As the weather was nice and it was Friday evening for bank holiday, I definitely thought more boats were going to be out and about, which was another reason I didn't want to put it up. It was time to head back, so I got my dock stick ready, which helps me out mooring up. My mooring's a very tricky spot because there's not a lot of room for error, and previously I had to pretty much hit the boat in front of me before I could even turn, because the back would have hit the pontoon or the boat next to me. However, that boat is now a smaller boat because it's been replaced, and my neighbour moors the other way around, so I've got a little bit more space now. Once I'm moored up, it was time for pizza and a sundowner. I'm going to give credit where credit is due, and this Mermaid Gin is very nice. There is a link in the description if you want to have a little look. I washed the boat earlier, so it's nice and clean now, but I'm going to spray on some of the Maguire's ceramic wax. If you've seen any of my car camping videos or car repair videos, you'll notice that the paint absolutely pops on it despite it being 16 years old. But I used this ceramic wax on it, so I'm going to try it on the boat actually, because I've got like this nice smooth surface on the back, and it works on the bumpers and the metal on the car, so hopefully it will make this pop. I've only got a little bit, so I'm going to try it out on there. Once the boat's been cleaned, you spray it on, and then you wipe it around, and then you wash it off and you dry it. I actually did the process twice, and then the final footage is from the morning after. It didn't really take much effort, and it does look a bit better than it was before. The boat definitely needs a proper detail with like a machine polisher, that's for sure. But for now, this has been pretty decent. 2 layers was good enough. I found for spraying it on, then wiping it around, then rinsing it off, and then wiping it again worked a lot better. But I still have like the spider poop on there, which are these little dots on there. I didn't realise that spiders pooped until I brought a boat, but yeah, you get loads of little dots, that's what it is. And the other one was, there's like fender marks. So as my fenders rub when I'm bashing into things, because I'm not very good, it kind of gives that blue mark off, and of course like dirt marks when I'm running back and forth with my bag. So that'll be a different job for a different time. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing. I'm going to share with you my secret setting sauce as well. So all you need is a ramekin, peanut butter, a little bit of chili powder, and some olive oil. It's 2 tablespoons to 1 tablespoon. And then 1 teaspoon, and then what you end up with is like this. And then it's as simple as heating up, as adding your chicken into the pan, heat the hot water up, drop the ramekin in. That's an easy to make high protein meal. When people like and comment on the video, I really appreciate it for the feedback and everything, and I do get quite a few questions on there, and I really want to show that what owning a boat is really like, because it's not all about sailing, it's not all about maintenance. There is a lot of social aspect to it, so I've made a lot of friends around here, and to be honest, I've been drunk for the last 3 nights and hungover and filming between sailing and cleaning up the boat. With that said, being very social occasions, sometimes people do pop on board. So what I tend to do is have a little USB bar light. This was actually a Christmas gift from my neighbor, and then I have a little disco ball, and these run all on USB, so I just use a little power bank to keep them charged when I don't actually have shore power, let's say if I'm over at Mermaid Keys. I try not to have people on board, and there's definitely other people who have bigger boats which party on there, and people tend to kind of gather with there, because I don't have the cockpit enclosure. It's on the to-do list, but I've not really worked that much this year, and despite that I have a tax bill to pay as well, yeah, I paid the speeding ticket as well. So I've got all these bills coming in right now and basically no income. So thank you for liking and watching the videos. But yeah, let's go on to the next thing. Oh, if you want to help the channel and you enjoy yourself, yeah, this Mermaid Gin's good stuff. It tastes like it's 20%, but it's actually 42%. And on Amazon, where I'll leave the link, if you click that, you'll see how many good reviews that is on there. But yeah, I've not tried any of their other products, and I'm not quite sure what to do with the bottle once I'm done, because it is a very nice bottle. I've seen on eBay that people make them into drinking glasses. Maybe we'll do that as a project, I don't know. But anyway, let's go. And this is basically what it looks like with the party mode. So I have the little bar sign just over in the corner, little LED disco ball, and then the little LED strip that I got from my friend. This is pretty good because you can do it by the music and the sound. So here we go. So when I'm talking, you can see how it lights up, and if you put the music on in the background, it basically syncs with that. So it's really good actually. It's a very thoughtful present. I'm going to wrap it up now. Thanks for watching, thanks for being fans, and as always, let me know what you want to see.